everybody, John Michael Bailey, John Michael Bailey Injury Lawyers. Today we're talking about soft tissue injuries, what they are, how they happen, how they affect you now, and how they can affect you for the rest of your life. And most important, what the insurance adjuster doesn't want you to know. Lots to learn. Stick around. Here we go. Hey everybody, John Michael Bailey, John Michael Bailey Injury Lawyers. I'm an attorney. I've been practicing for 45 years. I've looked at, reviewed, and handled thousands of injury cases. As a result of all the cases I've looked at and handled, I decided that it was time to spread the knowledge so that people could understand that they were really more hurt after a collision or a slip, trip, and fall than they really thought. And so the first place you have to start is at the beginning. So I began with this book, 2 + 2 = I'm hurt, the mechanics of a collision injury, to show people how they were actually hurt in every conceivable car accident. That's available on Amazon, but don't go buy it because we're going to be doing videos on this, and I'll tell you everything that's in here. These particular ones that we're talking about now, these injuries come from this book, Invisible Wounds, the top hidden injuries from collisions. This is an ebook. It's available right now. It's free and it doesn't cost anything. And if you want to download your free copy, please go to this link right here. It'll take you to my website and you can download the book right there. And keep your eye peeled, keep checking back, because we've got about 25 more books that we're going to be going through, doing videos on, and I'm going to make every one of them available by ebook. We're trying to send out knowledge and information to people, because knowledge is power, right? And so that people have a better playing field and they're not taken advantage of by the insurance industry. Anyway, so what we're talking about today is, one more thing. I am a lawyer, but I'm not your lawyer, and I won't be your lawyer unless you hire me. And if you want to hire me, we'd love to look at your case. We'd love to help you. And you can begin that process by following this link right here. Now, on to soft tissue injuries. Well, what is soft tissue? Soft tissue is everything that's not a bone. Adjusters love to scoff at a soft tissue injury. Oh, that's just soft tissue. Well, I just take an aspirin, lay down for a few days. There's no need for me to write you a check for that pain and suffering because it's going to go away. That is wrong. That's a lie. It's a lie that the insurance industry frequently uses to cheat you out of the compensation that you deserve. They want you to settle for pennies and peanuts when you need real dollars for your real injuries, not only to compensate you for the pain and the suffering and inconvenience, but to pay for the medical bills, and not only the present medical bills, but quite often future medical bills. That's why we fight so hard, tooth and nail, every day for our clients. Our entire philosophy of our practice is right there on our phone number, 888-WE-FIGHT, because that's exactly what we do. Anyway, before I get off of my soapbox, let's go into soft tissue. So soft tissue injuries, it's your eyeball. An eyeball is soft tissue. This right here is a shoulder joint. You see all these? These are the processes of the shoulder and all the muscles and the tendons that are linking them. Remember, muscles and tendons are the levers that push or pull our body and make the processes of our bodies work in the way that God intended them to work. When these soft tissue injuries happen, the body requires treatment for it to heal. Very few soft tissue injuries will heal correctly and quickly on their own. They all require some sort of treatment. Now, it can be anything from an ice pack. It could be acupuncture, that has been shown to help, or massaging spasming muscles, that can help. All of these things can help, but don't expect the insurance adjuster to give you any credence for any soft tissue injury unless you do these things. You have to know that you were injured. So we're teaching you, these are the injuries that you can expect to have. You have to know that you were injured in the traumatic sequence of events that happened in that collision or that fall. Then you have to actually get treatment for it. The insurance industry stance on all injury cases is, if you're hurt, you're going to go to the doctor. So if you elect not to go to the doctor, well, that's your right. but just know the insurance company is not going to be interested in compensating you for an injury that you did not get treatment for. Listen, we run into people all the time who don't have any health insurance, don't know the doctor. Don't worry about that. We can get you to somebody who will treat you on a letter of protection, and we can help you find a doctor that'll get you the most appropriate treatment that your injury deserves. So don't worry about that, and don't let that be a barrier to you getting treatment for the harms that somebody inflicted on you through no fault of your own. That's another insurance industry trick. Anyway, you have to get to the doctor. You have to relate the injury to the accident. You can't come in and tell the doctor, doctor, I was run over by a truck, and I think I might have been hurt in that truck, or that truck wreck, or it might have been when I was doing backflips in the backyard. So if you say something like that to the doctor, then the doctor cannot relate it. If you believe in your heart that you were injured in that accident, and particularly after you've seen these videos explaining how injuries actually work, then be clear to the doctor. Don't go in there with language that says, I think, I believe, I might have, because that adjuster is going to see that language in the records, and that adjuster is going to say, well, look, your client, this person who claims to be injured, even they don't think that they were injured in that accident, when you know in your heart that you were. So be clear with the doctor that, yes, I was injured in the accident, and this is the part of my body that was injured. So you have to recognize that you were hurt. You have to report it to the doctor so the doctor can document it. You actually have to get treatment. So if a doctor says to you, listen, I need you to do physical therapy, it's going to hurt in the beginning because you're moving injured and sore parts of your body. So yes, expect it to hurt, but then your body is going to get better, and the doctor would not prescribe it for you unless he thought it was medically necessary and that it would ultimately help you get better or get as good as you can get. Now, you may not get back to 100%. That happens quite frequently. And in cases of ligament laxity, you're not going to get back to 100%. But if you don't follow the doctor's regimen and treat how the doctor wants you to treat, then at the conclusion of your treatment, the doctor won't be able to say, well, this person did everything I asked him to do, and he's gotten as good as he or she can get, but he's not back to 100% of where he was. That difference between where you are today and where you were before the accident is called an impairment rating, and it means that your body will never get back to where it was. That is a forever injury, and for a forever injury, you need forever compensation. Now, once you do all that, you need to understand that the bigger your case, the more apt the insurance company is to do shady things. They'll flatten your tire. Yeah, they'll do that. We've seen it. And then they will film you changing your tire. So just be aware. There's other videos and other books about dirty tricks that they use, but be aware of them. They're coming. And please check back. So all kinds of soft tissue injuries can occur. Knee injuries, ankle injuries, elbow injuries, shoulder injuries, cervical, including your eye. We will have a video coming up on tinnitus. Most people don't realize, yes, you can get hit so hard that it affects your balance, your inner ear, the way that it works, and even your hearing. That's not an uncommon thing that we see because we know we're trauma trained and we know where to look for the hidden injuries. So that should be enough to at least get us started on soft tissue injuries. They are real. They hurt. We believe you when you're hurt, but you have to fight to make the insurance company respect the fact that they are responsible for the injuries that their insured caused you, and you have to fight to make them respect the fact that you are entitled to fair compensation for what has been done to you. And if you don't fight for it, you're not going to get it. Again, how we handle cases is right there in our number, 888-WE-FIGHT. Listen, our motto is, if you're hurting, we're working. We love helping people. We would love to look at your case. We would love to be able to help you any way we can. If you want to hire us right now, you can either pick up the phone and call us at 888-WE-FIGHT. It's a nationwide number. We're open 24/7, 365. We never close. Our phones are answered all the time. Our motto is, if you're hurting, we're working. If you want to just go to the on the web and get us to look at your case, you can begin that process by following that link right here. So again, these are the soft tissue injuries that you need to look for that you may not be looking for. If your knee hits the dash, you're going to have knee trauma. If your knee hits the back seat in front of you, the back of the seat in front of you, you're going to have knee trauma. If you have been restrained by a seat belt and it's been a hard collision, you're going to have trauma to your either your left or your right rotator cuff. No adjuster in the world is going to tell you this information. You're getting it only from me right here, and it's designed for you to protect yourself. So thanks for listening. I'm John Michael Bailey, John Michael Bailey Injury Lawyers. Again, we would love to look at your case. 888-WE-FIGHT. You can call us anytime. Finally, let me close by saying, if you can hear my voice, I wish you peace and joy. And as always, I hope to talk to everybody real soon. 888-WE-FIGHT.